So after open the freezer after a couple of hours and observe. So here after taking out the bottle from the freezer, what do you observe, or what do you see? That is, the water had changed into ice. Here what happen, when we keep the water bottle in the freezer, this water get converted into ice after a couple of hours. Okay, so here after converting the water into the ice, then note down the level of that ice. You will find that the ice level is higher than the water level before the freezing. See here, if the bottle contain, if I draw here bottle, okay, this is the bottle and we fill the water up to this mark, and after freezing we find out the mark of ice, that is, it is become higher than the after freezing. Means here this become ice, water become get converted into ice. The level of this liquid water and ice water, it will be get changed. Means here what happened, the level of this water, when we mark when it is in the liquid form, this is on that mark. Okay, but after making a ice, this will ice get converted water get converted into ice, and level of the ice or the size of this ice become higher, then level will be get higher. Okay, here in this way we can find out. Here what happened, when the water get converted, liquid water get converted into ice, the size or volume of this water get increased. Why? Here what happened, as water freezes to form ice, it expands and its volume increases. Means here in this case what happened, in generally substance get liquid substance when get freezes, it there is a volume get decreases and size also get decreases. But in the case of water what happen, when the water freezes to form ice, the water get expand, and due to this expansion its volume also increases. So on freezing, how much was the increase in the volume of the water, in what proportion did it increase? So here it also can find out in which proportion water get converted into ice, that is the how much, by how much volume of the water get increased when it is converted into the ice. So if we see the next point, you will understand. See here, if we see the second activity for the water, or for studying the next properties of water. Here, see second activity, take a bucket of water. Here, we take the bucket of water, okay, like this. And here drop many different kinds of articles in it. Means you have some substances at your home, and drop all the substances or articles in that bucket. So in this picture you see, we drop the articles like sharpener, pencil, scale, okay, and also we take the spoon and your rounder and also eraser. So this substance we drop into the bucket, then what will happen to these substances? So here some of these substances get sink into the water. Sink means it get deep inside this water, and some substances float on this water. So here list the articles that sinks and the those are the float on it. Okay, so here again we do the third activity. Take some water in a pot and add a few pieces of ice to it. Observe what happens when we take a water in another pot, and in this water we add some pieces of ice. So here in that case the ice will float on that water. So why this is happen? So here answer is in the next image. Here we see, when we uh, take the ice on this, see here again I explain this. Ice is lighter than the water, and when water freezes to form ice, it becomes lighter than the original liquids. So when water freezes, that is when it transfers into the solid state, its volume increases. So therefore the density of ice is less than that of water. That is why the ice floats on water. I again explain this. If we see the second activity, in the second activity we drop some substances into the water, but out of these substances what happened, some are the float on the water and some are the sinks into the water. This is due to the density of water and that substances. The substances which have less density as compared to the water, these substances will get float on the water, okay. And the substances which have higher density than the water, these substances will sink inside the water. So if we see the another activity, that is, in the another activity we kept some ice, okay, pieces of ice into the another bucket which is having water. So in that case what happened, these ice pieces will get float on this water surface. So why this is happen, why do we see the ice float on the water? This is because the ice is lighter than water. Lighter means the density of ice, or here what happened, the weight of this mass of this ice is become lighter than the water. And due to this what happened, when water freezes to form ice, at that time what happened, it becomes lighter than the original liquids. Means if we compare the weight for the liquid water and the ice, when we compare the density density of that two substances, that is water which is in the form of liquid and in the form of ice, here when this water get converted into ice, it become lighter than the original liquid water, okay. So due to this, this water when freezes, when it transfers into the solid state, what happened, its volume increases, therefore the density of ice is less than that of water. So here if the volume of ice increases when this liquid water get converted into solid state, during this what happen, volume of this ice increases, and due to this density of ice is become less than that of the water, and this is why the ice floats on the water. So I hope you understand this point, why the ice float on the water. Here what, why this is happen, due to density of ice become less than the water, because when the ice get converted into, sorry, when liquid water get converted into ice, during that time what happened, the volume of that ice get increases and density of the ice get decreases. So due to this reason, this ice float on the water, okay. So here we see the next concept, that is the density of water. How we calculate the density of water? See here, the this activity here, the ice get float on the this water. Why? Because here density of this ice get decreases as compared with the density of water. So it is the anomalous behavior. Anomalous means it is the different behavior as we compared with the another substances, okay. So this is also we study in the next point. So here we see how we calculate the density of water, okay. If we see this box, here we calculate the density of water. So here the interrelationship between the volume and the mass of a substance. So here first we have to know what is the relation between the volume and mass of that substance. So here first we have to know what is the volume. Volume means the space occupied by the substance. Means here each and every solid, each and every type of substance, either it is a liquid, gas or solid state, each and every substance it required a space for remaining at that particular place, okay. So here volume is nothing but the space occupied by a substance, okay. So the store of matter in a substance is its mass. Here you should know about this both quantity, that is what is the mass and what is the volume. Volume is the space occupied by that substance, and mass is, mass means how we calculate the mass, the how much matter is present in that substance. Here we calculate the matter which is present in any type of substance, it is called mass, okay. So before that, calculating the density, you should know about what is the volume and what is the mass. So here first you have to know about volume and mass. What is the volume? It is a space occupied by substance. And what is the mass? Mass is the store of matter in a substance, means how much matter is stored in that particular substance, it is called mass. So here how we calculate density? So density is equal to mass upon volume. Here we take the ratio of mass upon volume for that substance. Okay, so here for calculating the density of water, you should take the mass of the water, and also you should have to take volume of the water. So by using this formula you can calculate the density of water. And what is the unit for mass and volume? So mass is measured in grams. Okay, mass is measured in grams, and volume is measured in cubic centimeter. Okay, volume is measured in cubic centimeter. For this grams, you write down the unit in the form of small gm, and for the cubic centimeter you should write down cc. Cc means cubic centimeter. Okay, so in this way we calculate the density. Here you have to know what is the unit for the density, gram per cc. Cc means cubic centimeter. Okay, because volume is measured in that unit and mass is measured in the gram. So if we consider, hence gram per cc is the unit of density. Okay,